friends, Dr. Fizzlebop here. Okay, so I'm excited because we are approaching December 2nd. December 2nd is the release of the new book series, Super Simple Science with Dr. Fizzlebop. Why am I excited? Because, well, they're coming and I think they're beautiful books. So I want to talk a little bit about each book and answer questions if you have any questions while I'm doing this live. I don't usually do live, so it's quite interesting to me to attempt this. But let me share a little bit about the books and why I like them so much. There's 4 books in the series. There's Super Simple Science with Dr. Fizzlebop. There's Colors and Countings with Dr. Fizzlebop. There's Weather Science with Dr. Fizzlebop. And there's Animals and Alphabet with Dr. Fizzlebop. And these books are just, one, they're really beautiful books. They follow the same type of artwork that we see in Faith and Science with Dr. Fizzlebop, but now you get even more art in these beautiful spreads. So, for example, Weather Science. So, look at this. It opens on this beautiful scene and talks about the sun. And here's an example. God created a great light. We call it the sun. The sun gives us light and keeps us warm during the day. At night, the air cools when the sun goes down. With no sun, the night is dark. What do you do at night? So as you read through the book and you experience these beautiful spreads and this information, and kids are learning about clouds and rain and weather of all types, scary and not so scary, but in a very friendly way, wind, things like that kids might not know about, but we're exposing them to it in a great way when they're sitting on your lap as you're reading to them. But also there's reflection questions that help kids think about the concepts that they're learning. For example, in the end, God, our creator, thought of everything. Sun, wind, rain, snow, and rainbows. Wow. As long as the earth remains, there will be planting and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night. Genesis 8:22. I think that's beautiful. The idea that we can connect all these amazing science concepts back to our creator, that's what we want our kids to know, right? And they have an amazing creator that made this world for them. So that's Weather Science. Next up, we've got Colors and Counting, which is really fun and kind of a romp through all these fantastic, fizztastic colors. And so again, we go through, and this one, we connect kids with numbers, so they learn all their numbers as well as colors. So we've got, let's count with colors. 1. One yellow sun shines in the sky. The sun is a star. Trace the number 1 with your finger. So then it's interactive, so the kid goes, 1. And they're learning about 1, and they see the color yellow. And we've got interaction, and we've got some facts, like the sun is a star, right? A fact. And I won't go through the whole book, but it's just this very pretty artwork that we go through. I love cardinals, so this one is specifically in there. 3 red birds sing happy songs. Birds really like to sing in the morning. Have you ever heard a bird sing? I have. Point to the 3 red birds. So now we're going to practice our counting. 1, 2, 3. And so kids get to interact with the book as they read through it. And again, it all connects all these beautiful colors and these numbers, and just I think just the artwork is great. So, yep. And then as I get to the end, which I didn't show the other one, we've got the whole number line, right? 1 through 10. So you can point to each number, read the numbers from 1 to 10. What colors do you see? So reflecting on all the things the kids learned during that time, right? They get to go back and learn all these things. And then in the back is an experiment. There's always an experiment here in each book. This one is one of our favorite, the walking rainbow. Really, really fun experiment. In the back, Weather Science is this one called Weather Bag. So it's a science in a bag, the water cycle in a bag, and I actually have it right here, so I'll show you that one. It's very fun. I've shown it a couple times recently, but in case you haven't seen it yet, it's really simple. And it's a STEAM project because you get to do art. And so on this bag, all I've done is taken a Ziploc freezer bag. I drew the sun, right? That's our heat source. I've drawn a cloud, I've drawn some rain, and I've drawn the ocean or a lake or a river, wherever you live by a body of water, right? And this water cycle in a bag actually teaches kids about the water cycle and condensation and evaporation. Now, yes, my water is not blue. I dyed it with blue food coloring. So it's just regular water with blue food coloring, nothing special here. Everything you have at home. You pour it in there, and then you actually take it, zip it up really nicely. Make sure you do it, maybe not your kiddo, so you don't have blue water all over your floor. But then take it to a nearby window, and you tape it up here just to the window. Make it stick to the window. And then you have your kids go back and forth and check on the bag. As the sun heats the bag from the outside, we begin to see condensation. And so the water begins to evaporate up into this because the heat is causing condensation or evaporation, right? And as the water collects up into clouds and cools down, it condenses. And when it condenses, it comes down in the form of rain. So we see evaporation and condensation, and you'll actually see water droplets forming in the bag. And you'll see steam, which is a cloud, right? forming in the bag and falling back into the lake below. So it's a really fun, super simple experiment that you can do with your kids. It's in the back of the book. I've given you the secrets to it right now, so you can do it right now without the book. But I definitely recommend getting the book because your kids will learn about clouds and rain and sun and all that right here in this book while doing a science experiment. So it's a pretty fun connection for your family. All right, then we've got, okay, I'm going to go this one last because I think it's my favorite. But this one is also amazing. Alphabet and Animals with Dr. Fizzlebop. So really fun. The kids are going to explore some of our favorite animals here at Fizzlebop Labs, as well as their alphabet. So, you know, your typical alphabet book that you'd expect, but with a little bit of a twist, right? Some facts. Let's learn about God's amazing animals and the alphabet too. A is for anteater. Anteaters eat ants. What do you like to eat? Well, I like to eat a lot of things, but I really like broccoli and mushrooms. And yes, I know my name's Brock, so it's kind of funny. But my name's Dr. Fizzlebop, but my other name's Brock. Okay. Anyways, I like broccoli and I like mushrooms. B is for bumblebee. Bumblebees like flowers. Can you buzz like a bumblebee? And so it says buzz, 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 buzz. And the idea is that as your kids answer questions and they do little activities like buzzing or pointing, they're learning and they're interacting and they're taking in that knowledge and information. And so it's really a fun book, an exploration of all the letters in the alphabet. This one right here, there we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, I love it. P is for penguin. Penguins don't fly like other birds. Can you waddle like a penguin? And so yeah, your kiddo might want to hop up from your lap and do a little bit of waddling, but that's all part of the fun. Another beautiful spread as we explore 3 animals. S is for sloth. Some sloths have 2 toes and some have 3. How many toes do you have? And so then you work with them, right? And they count their toes. T is for toucan. A toucan's favorite food is fruit. What is your favorite food? U is for umbrella bird. This is a fun animal, by the way. I had never really seen an umbrella bird. It almost looks like they've got a mullet. I love it. Or not a mullet, a bowl cut. Yeah, I love it. U is for umbrella bird. Umbrella birds live in the rainforest. Can you put your hands over your head like an umbrella? And so it's just these fun little interactions for your kids to enjoy and do. It's just fun. I have too much fun with this kind of stuff. So the Lord God formed from the ground all the wild animals and all the birds of the sky. He brought them to the man to see what he would call them. And the man chose a name for each one. Genesis 2:19. Now point to each letter and say it out loud. And so at the end, there's this reflection, right? Connection back to God. And then this awesome time of going through each letter in the alphabet. And you've got A and B and C, and you go through all the letters and point it out so the kids can start to recognize the form of the letter, right? That's so important at an early age. And they have a connection to an animal that'll help them remember that letter and how it sounds. So that's kind of fun. And then, of course, we've got another experiment in the back. And this one I have done several times, and it's still one of my absolute favorite. In fact, I mentioned this before on another Instagram Live, that this is the same amplifier, or chicken sounds from a cup, or we like to say cluck from a cup, that I made when I first did Dr. Faith and Science, Dr. Fizzlebop right here. So it lasts a long time, good or bad. You may be tired of the amplifier and tell your kids to put it down, but it's a fun, reusable science experiment. And this one's really simple. All we do is, got some paper towels, right? A little bit of paper towel right here. And we've got this string, right? And a paper clip. We put a hole in the cup and we put the string through and we use an anchor. It can be a nail, it can be a paper clip, and we anchor it to the top of the cup and like this. So like this, okay? Very simple, really simple. And then we take a little piece of paper towel, we rip it, we get it wet in some water, but not too wet. You don't want it to be soaking wet, just damp, right? Just damp. And this is important because it's gonna help create some friction on our string. No, I don't want anything Siri. Siri's talking to me. Okay, so here we go. We go like this, and we're gonna pull down in some short, quick tugs. Ready? What do you think's gonna happen? Can you make it sound like a chicken for me? What do you think a chicken sounds like? Cluck, 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 bark, bark, bark. Let's see what it sounds like. I think that sounds like bark, 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 right? Bark? Yep. Oh, that's maybe too many bark, but and you can do it. You can do it over and over and over again. And what's really fun is that you're teaching kids about the scientific concept. Well, it sounds like a chicken, and they connect it back to the animal sounds, right? And so all that's happening is this is an amplifier, and these little vibrations that you're making causing friction with the paper towel on the string is causing friction, and that friction is really quiet. But when that friction happens inside the amplifier, the sound becomes louder. That's how an amplifier works, like your speaker or your headphones. Pretty cool, huh? So, actually, I should say fizztastic. All right, so that's the chicken sounds from the cup. And then least but not last. Last but not least. Yeah, I said that wrong. Last but not least, it's time for some more coffee, is Space Science with Dr. Fizzlebop. And this is probably my favorite because I've always wanted to explore space. I think it's so neat. I think if I felt like I could, would I go to the moon or Mars? maybe, I think it'd be pretty fun to walk on a different planet. But I might also be too scared. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe someday if I have a chance, I'll have to make a decision, right? So here is Space Science with Dr. Fizzlebop. This one is really fun. I think it's my favorite. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Genesis 1:1. You guys, in the very beginning of the Bible, God tells us he made it all. And that's how this book starts off. And that's why I think it's so fantastic. God created a great light. We call it the sun. The sun is very hot and very bright. That is true. That's a fact that a kiddo can learn. And so to go through it, we see the whole solar system. Look at that beautiful artwork of the whole solar system. And we learn all the planets. And yes, my friends, listen to what it says. Because you'll see Pluto is there. This is our solar system. 8 planets move around the sun. Plus Pluto, a dwarf planet. So we're to make sure we know we have 8 planets. When I grew up, we had 9. There's only 8 official planets now. So we make that right. But we also show Pluto because it is a dwarf planet, right? So it's kind of exciting. It's kind of beautiful. And then as you move through it, the planet Earth is where we live. The Earth is covered in water and land. Trees and animals live there too. What is your favorite animal? And we've put 2 of our favorite animals on the entire Space Journey book. We've got a penguin and a sloth. They are 2 of our favorite animals, and they join kids on this journey through space in this book. And actually, if you look, you'll see a sloth and a penguin in every one of the books in the Super Simple board books. Clue there for you. Go find them all. All right, so the artwork is beautiful as kids explore space. There's some new types of spaceships in there that make it really fun for kids to think about with their imaginations. What might they fly on? What might they travel on? Where might they go? Are they going to be on a rover on Mars someday? Maybe they will. This generation, the kids who this book is made for, Gen Alpha, and the generation after, these kiddos will be exploring space. Some of your own kids might be the very first to step onto Mars, or be the first to step onto Titan, one of our moons in our solar system, or even go beyond our solar system and into the vast parts of the Milky Way, right? Beautiful. How amazing would that be? So, I hope you'll enjoy this book. And this one also, at the end, has a great, stars are burning balls of gas. The closest star to us is the sun. There are billions of stars in our galaxy, and God knows each one by name. Wow. Just like he knows you by name. He knows each one of us by name as well. And so at the end of the book, of course, there is an experiment. And this one is super simple. It's so fun. It's a little rocket, and we actually give you a download of this, but you can draw your own rocket. And then all you do is cut off a big straw, so like a boba straw or milkshake straw. You cut off a little portion of it, and you just tape it to the back of your rocket, and make sure you cover the end right here. Tape that up so that the air can't leak out. Then you take another straw, and you put it right in here, okay? And then you're the propulsion. Your breath is the propulsion for this rocket. So you're ready. Here we go. And off it goes. I should count it down from 3, 2, 1, right? But that's the launching of the rocket. So you've got these super simple experiments in each one of the board books with these colorful pages. And the idea truly is that your kids will learn and connect science to their faith. Because that's what we really want. We want kids to know that their God created this amazing world, that everything works the way it does because that is how he designed it. That's so important. And when you spend time reading to your kids each and every night or every day, as you read these books and they hear those concepts and they build trust with you and they hear it in your voice, they're going to trust that this is true because we know it's true, right? That's what we want for our kiddos. So there you go. 4 absolutely, I think, beautiful board books for you to order. And guess what? They're available before Christmas. Perfect. Right after Black Friday, you can order these books and you can have them under the tree for your kiddos this Christmas. So do me a favor, go pre-order them now because that really helps, gets all those algorithms working. You can order them from Amazon or Barnes & Noble, Walmart. They all sell this book. So go pre-order them right now, wherever you can. Christian book, you name it, they're there. Go find it, order, please. I'm begging you. Well, I'm not begging, but please do it. And put them on your Christmas wish list. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you enjoyed this time as we explored super simple science with Dr. Fizzlebop. Until next time.